Hi, welcome to the Atomic Habits Weight Loss Book Club. Today we're going to be going over Chapter 18. Chapter 18 is about how your genes and your natural talents affect your habits and how to choose habits that work best with your talents. Because if you can make your habits easy, your good habits easy, then you are more likely to do them and to have success. So that is what we're going to be discussing today. This is a live book club, so you can type in the chats if you read chapter 18 and something touched your heart or made you think of something that you want to do differently this week because you read it. Please type in the chat. Hey, I see I got Logan in the house. Hey, Logan. And So say hi in the chat. And if you have had any wins this week of any kind, please put that in the chat as well, because I would love to share your wins as well as to hear what your thoughts were about genes and talents with your habits. I want to tell you, I really thought about this one. I thought about it a lot because I have been on a weight loss journey many times in my life, like I'm sure a lot of you may have tried to. And some things work for some of your friends and family members, and some things don't work for you that work for them. And so, really, the trick is finding what are your natural talents and abilities for having good health and getting to a good weight that works for you as an individual. What's going to work best for you? I have been thinking about this a lot. What is going to work best for me? I have one friend right now who's doing intermittent fasting, and he has lost over 100 pounds. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're thinner than the last time I saw you. But he's very militant. Like, he likes to follow rules to the letter. And he read a book about intermittent fasting that touched his heart. He totally gets it. And it 100% works for him. And it works with some of his natural talents, and the habits that he has created have become easy for him, and it like is totally working for him. Now there are other people that doesn't work for, and they've tried it and like and didn't really work, but there may be something else that'll really work for them. There are some people who absolutely love protein. They love meats and cheeses and bacon, and it's easy for them to do keto because they love the savory flavors so much that they're just naturally drawn to savory. And when they do keto, by golly, it works for them. And then there are others like me who I've got a sweet tooth like you wouldn't believe. And keto would just not work for me. And too many strict rules, it just wouldn't work for me. It would be too hard for me. But there are others that it works great for. So what James Clear is trying to talk to us about this week is to really think about what works for you and what are some of your natural talents. He starts off by talking about athletes. And it's so funny. He talked about the Summer Olympics, but it wasn't this summer's Olympics, but the Summer Olympics back when this book was written up. Michael Phelps was the big most fabulous swimmer in the world, and he won he won the most gold medals in swimming. And there's another gentleman from a different country who is a fabulous runner. And he has a really wonderful last name that I'm afraid I will butcher. So I don't want to say his last name because I know I am not going to say it correctly, but it's at the very beginning of the chapter. And that runner, he has won all kinds of gold medals in the Olympics from being a super, super fast runner. And what's interesting is Michael Phelps is much taller than the runner guy. The runner guy is shorter. However, they have the same length inseam for their legs. Their legs are the same length. But the difference is Michael Phelps, he's super tall and he has a very long torso and he has very long arms. And it makes him a crazy fast swimmer because if you have long arms and a long torso, you can swim better and faster. But he's super tall. The runner is shorter and has a short torso and crazy long legs for his size, and he's very, very light. He doesn't weigh very much, and he can just run like the wind because his genes make it fabulous for him to run. And even though Michael Phelps is, you would say, is very, very fit and a very, very good athlete, and the runner is very, very fit and very much a in shape athlete, if the runner guy were to swim, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. He's not going to be a gold medalist because he doesn't have long arms and a long torso. He's not really made for swimming. And Michael Phelps, he wouldn't be a very good runner. I mean, he'd be okay at running. And of course, the other guy, of course, could swim. But would they be gold medalists in the other sport? No, they're not going to be the best in the world because they were born with some genes that made them the best for their category, even though their legs are the same length, which is kind of interesting because they have the same inseam. Well, that can relate to the rest of us in so many areas of our life. It can relate to jobs. Some people are better at different jobs than others based on the talents that they have. For me, doing this Anchor Moments YouTube channel, I love people. I love chatting with people, and I'm really excited that I see some people in the chat already. That excites me because I'm an extrovert, and sharing with others and hearing other people's stories inspire me, and it inspires me to work together as a team. And that's what our Anchor Moments Book Club is we're kind of working together as a team and sharing and caring about each other. That really excites me, and it makes me want to do the best that I can on my weight loss journey. So I hope to inspire others, and other people who come to my channel inspire me all the time. And then it feeds off me. It brings me a little bit of joy, and it makes some of my habits easier because I'm doing it with you. Some of the things that I am doing to try to help me lose weight are going to work for me, but they're not going to work for you. And some of the things that you're doing and trying on your weight loss journey are going to work for you, but they're not going to work for me or for someone else. And what we need to do is to explore what works best for us. James Clear says it's the same thing about like finding a mate. You gotta do a lot of dating or whatever or finding that right person. That you can. There's so many ways to do that. Well, we're kind of dating in a way. I kind of think about this kind of like dating healthy lifestyle suggestions. What's something that might work for us, and finding that right touch and the right things that are really helpful. One, exercise. not everyone likes doing the same kind of exercises. Some of us might not like exercising at all, but if we can find something that we can do more easily for us, that's going to be better. Now, for me, I'm not a very good swimmer. I I don't like putting my face under the water, and I'm a little claustrophobic that way. So I have to have my face above the water at all times. So I swim a really weird stroke. My neck's above the water, and I kind of do the breaststroke like this with froggy legs behind me and my head above the water. So it's not very efficient. And if I do it for too long, it can make the top of my neck and shoulders too tight. So I can do it for a little bit. But what I do really well is when my husband brings, he got a music box. And when he puts the music box with us to the swimming pool and I'm playing music and some classic rock and roll songs, man, I am dancing in the water and I am burning a ton of calories and I'm having a ton of fun. And I'll even take a noodle. And if you want to see some of the exercises that I do, I actually have a video about that you can look, that it's my 10 favorite water aerobic exercises. And years ago, when I used to swim at the Y and work at the Y, I would substitute teach their water aerobics classes. And I just love water aerobics because I can do it. I can dance around in the water. And when I'm doing that in the water, I wear a Fitbit and my activity points are like through the roof because I can get into the cardio and peak while I'm doing it, and I can be happy while doing it. Now, when I was in high school and I was young and skinny, I had to take jogging in PE. I mean, I was skinny. I was 110 pounds, 5'2.5". I was as tiny as I could be. And when I had to take jogging and I hated it. And it was my senior year in high school. I couldn't believe I was stuck in jogging. And as soon as I would run past my house, I'd throw up. I would throw up. It would give me a stomach ache running, and I would throw up. And the PE teacher would have someone walk me the rest of the way home. And then after I cooled off and went to the bathroom, I felt better. And so then my mom would have to come home from work to take me back to school after I finally would feel better. I mean, it was terrible because I am not built to run. Running gives me a stomach ache. Even when I'm skinny and young, running gives me such a stomach ache that I overheat and it makes me puke. I just can't do it. Can't do it. It is not in my genes to run. Uh, but we all need to find what what are our natural talents, or at least things that we find more enjoyable. Because if you can find things that are more enjoyable to have be part of your new healthy lifestyle habits, it'll be easy for you to continue doing them. You've got to find what works best for you. What are your favorite things to eat that aren't junk food? That are healthy? What are your favorite healthier things to eat? And maybe it's easier for you. For me, I don't like a lot of restriction. I'm an easy spirit. They talk about uh, there's a page in here that in chapter 18 where James Clear talks about there are 5 different personalities traits that you're just born with. You're just born with in these 5 different areas. One of them is like, to be an extrovert or an introvert. I'm an extrovert. My husband's an introvert. So that's one of them. Are you more of a, do you get more energy when you're around people, or when you're around a bunch of people, does it make you lose more energy? And for me, I gain more energy. But for my husband, he loses more energy. He loves being around me. I'm like all the entertainment he needs, but he is more of an introvert. But that's one of them. Another one, are you more, what did they put? Conscientious. Are you more conscientious? Or are you more of a free spirit? And my husband is more conscientious and he is more organized than me. He likes to do things on a schedule if possible. And I'm the opposite. I'm more of a free spirit. I want to have flexibility. If I have flexibility, I'm happy. But if things are too structured, it I don't know, kind of makes me claustrophobic. It bores me. I've got to have flexibility and variety. So for me, one of the things that works is hey, speaking of that, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, he's a one-man band. Look at you.
Hi.
This is where Jeff does like to have variety, is in his music. Oh my goodness. I never know what he is going to do. So what would you like to share from chapter 18, Jeff?
Do you remember in the chapter today where it talked about explore, 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 or then exploit? Was it exploit?
Yeah, exploit the things that work for you.
But first you have to find what those are.
And
you have to explore a little bit to find out whether it's better that you start with a trumpet or a trombone or actually this is a tenor guitar tuned as a ukulele, and this back here is a bass.
Wow. Look at you.
So I've been exploring. That's what I like to do.
For many years. Actually, one of the things that really gave us a really good marriage, I'm serious, is I took a class on the Clifton Strength Finders. And it's a personality test done through Gallup. And when I took an 8-week class about it, and I had so much fun with it. When the 8 weeks was up, I ended up becoming a facilitator, and they trained me to be able to do it too. And what I learned is that you have 5 top signature strengths out of 35 strengths. And I had Jeff take the test, and I also took the test. And
we didn't come out the same.
No, we were very different. But in Jeff's top signature strength is learning. And if you're a true learner, it's the process of learning that's exciting to you. It's not that you have to know everything, but the process of learning is so important. And for Jeff, if he's not learning something, he gets depressed. And I never totally understood that. And he liked buying musical instruments. And he was buying like one musical instrument after another. I mean, he was getting them used off of eBay.
This is from your dad.
That one we got for free. Yeah.
This was eBay. This was from a place in North Carolina, I think.
Wow.
And the one in the back there was from Brindley's in Chandler.
Yeah. He's got a saxophone too, 3 French horns.
I couldn't carry everything.
Yeah. So he kept buying new instruments, and it was driving me crazy because I hadn't taken the test yet. And it was driving me crazy because I'm like, why are you spending this money? You haven't learned how to use the previous instrument you bought, and yet you're buying a new instrument. And I didn't understand. And then when I found out about what a learner is and how important it is for the soul of someone who's a learner to be learning, then I realized, oh, I get it. He wants a new instrument. Doesn't mean he has to play in a symphony or anything, but it's kind of fun to learn because it's something he's never done before. And there's so much to the learning curve to learn it. So
well, that kind of led me into the next thing, Gina.
Yeah.
And maybe you've told us already about this morning.
No, I didn't talk about this morning.
Because we were trying to find, we've been exercising in the morning. And I used to wake up before going to work. And in our exercise room, we have an exercise bike, stationary bike, and also an elliptical. And so Gina uses the elliptical.
We also got that used too.
And I used the exercise bike, and we would watch what I would put on. And I would put on a recording of the daily mass
from Canada.
So
yeah.
Anyway, so that I could feed my soul while I am also exercising my body.
Yeah, and the Canadian mass is 30 minutes, so it was perfect for him that we could work out for 30 minutes before he'd go to work, and he'd be able to get his mass in.
but you have to find, like it says in the chapter today, they have to find that the thing that works for you, the thing that you enjoy. And what do you enjoy when you exercise?
Well, I was telling them I enjoy listening to rock and roll music while I am dancing in the water as fast as I
At the
can
pool.
in a swimming pool.
I
That is
like
my
that
favorite.
too, but doesn't feel my feed my soul like old time rock. No.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he prefers exercising to the mass, and I prefer exercising in the swimming pool to rock and roll music. Though I enjoy going to mass in person and being around a bunch of people while I worship is more fun for me. But we have
Anyway,
different ways of doing
I'm going to
things
need
too.
your help to open the door.
Yeah, to get all that stuff out. When I did discover, which I didn't finish saying of that story,
Yes.
when I discovered that he was a learner and that was his top 5 signature strengths, well, then I stopped fighting him about getting new instruments. And I think at the time he maybe had 3 instruments. And when he got the 3rd one, I'm like, are you kidding me? You didn't learn how to finish learning how to do the first 2. Why do you need another instrument? And then I understood. So every birthday and Father's Day, Christmas, I would get him instruments, or we'd go to the music store. And
you can buy another instrument.
yeah, you can buy another instrument and add it to your collection. But I did ask him if he could please learn one instrument good enough that we could have company over and he could play a song and people would like it. And he got really good at the ukulele. And that worked out well for him because he learns more and more new songs. And he's a fabulous singer. He's always been a fabulous singer. So he can sing, and it also works out great as an introvert and an extrovert. When we have parties at the house and we invite the neighbors over, that fuels me up talking to everybody. And for Jeff, he's good for about an hour and then he's done. But then he can play music, and when he's playing music, then it's more introverted for him. So he doesn't have to think about topics of things to talk about or whatever. He just plays, and his music is fabulous in the background, and our neighbors just love it. But again, using our talents with what we're born with our natural genes and talents, and for habits and ways to live a happy, healthy life.
And my next number. No, just kidding. Okay, you gotta open the door for me.
Yeah, I gotta open the door for you. Here you go. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you never know what he's going to share. We also listen to Audible, Atomic Habits on Audible together, and I read the chapter, so that way I'm all ready to be able to discuss the chapter with you. But anyway, the big takeaways are finding what works for you. What's going to make being healthy easier for you? What are some habits you can live with and be happy to live with to make a difference? And I want to share a win from this last week, and I want you to share your wins too in the comments, and I'm going to be reading your comments here in just a few minutes. But one of my wins from reading these chapters with you all is keeping track of my goals. Now, my goals every day, I have 6 little goals. I want to eat at least 4 fruits and vegetables. I want to exercise every day. I want to drink at least 70 ounces of water, but I'm shooting for 100. But if I hit at least 70, I think that's okay. That's at least 70 to 100 ounces of water. I'm shooting for 70 to 100 grams of protein in a day. I'm shooting for at least 25 grams of fiber. And then my 6th goal is keeping my calories. Actually, I talked with my rally coach. I used to say between 1,000 and 1,700. And he said, oh, no. You're not supposed to go, women aren't supposed to go below 1,250 calories. That you're supposed to have at least that much as a woman. So now I'll say between 1,250 and 1,700 calories in that range. And if I could do all of that, I give myself, I showed you what I was doing today and it wasn't done yet. Oh gosh, I lost my shirt. Here we go. If I've done everything, I give myself an an orange star. And then I start the next day, and putting that orange star made me happy, but not as happy as when a couple of chapters ago, James Clear said, you need to mark on your calendar when you've met your goal for the day, or goals. If you have more than one goal, but you could even have just one goal. Maybe your one goal was to exercise. Maybe your one goal is to drink enough water. Maybe your one goal is to eat enough protein. Maybe your one goal is to eat a certain amount of calories, whatever it is. But he said it's really important to look at an entire calendar and see consistency, and that he has a rule for himself that he doesn't have to be perfect. He can have one day where he doesn't meet his goal because it was his birthday, or he was celebrating an anniversary, or I don't know, something. And he can have a day where he messes up, but he doesn't let himself go 2 days in a row without reaching his goals, because he's afraid if he does 2 days, it'll snowball, and it'll be more and more and more days, and it'll be starting a new bad habit. So he can only have one bad habit. Well, I had found this, and when we talked about that, that was on Sunday the 18th. And so I read the chapter on Saturday the 17th. Now, if I meet all 6 of my goals in a day, I give myself a gold sticker on this calendar. And wow, I want to show you the difference. This calendar book was for teachers, and my husband was still working at the school district when I pulled this up, his last week of work before he retired July 1st. And they let me have one, and they let him have one. So it starts July of this year. Well, I went back and looked through my notebooks, and you know what? It's somewhat happy for me to put an orange star if I've met all my goals for the day, a big orange star on the page. But if the next day I only hit 4 out of 6, it'd be like, oh, well, and I start again the following day. But to see it on a calendar and get a shiny gold star, that makes a big difference for me. So I went back and I looked through my notebooks, and I went through the month of July, and I only hit all 6 goals, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a month. I hit all 6 goals 7 times. Now, I will say the first 2.5 weeks here of August, I was getting more serious, and I did just naturally get more stars. But when I started really making a difference, starting on Saturday the 17th, that following week, I only missed 1 star on Friday when I had company and family over at the house, and they brought a lot of treats, and I really wasn't sure how many calories I had. So I didn't give myself a star that day because I'm just clueless, and I'm sure I went a little over. And then this week, I was so close. I just barely missed one of my stars, one of my 6 goals. So I had 5 out of 6 though, right here. But look, I almost had 7 days in a row there. This has made a big difference for me, because this works for me. For me to open this up and to really see the consistency and to see those shiny stickers, that works for me. That tickles my heart. That makes me go, oh, good. And it makes me want to get another star. And it was so funny. I hadn't added up my dinner. I was just kind of like, things were going good. And then I realized I had gone over, and that I wasn't going to get my star that day. And I was a little bummed. I'm like, dang it. But I'm going to make sure I get my star tomorrow, so that way I don't have 2 days in a row anymore that aren't a sticker. This works for me. Might not work for you. Stickers might be like, whatever. You've got to find what works for you. But when you can find something that works for you, that is super great. And I want to tell you where I've been talking about swimming has been working. Today is the first day of September 2024. If those of you who are watching on replay, today is September 1st, 2024. In Arizona, all the months that have a burr in it, the swimming pool's too cold. is usually gets too cold when there's a burr in it. And I have been swimming like crazy, and I've been doing so well, swimming, 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 swimming. Soon it's going to be too cold for me to swim. And then what am I going to do? And I'm a little worried about that because swimming is my favorite exercise. I don't have to try to motivate myself to do it. When I do the elliptical and watching mass with Jeff, I just don't, I don't know. I don't do it hard enough. I'm lucky to get one activity zone a minute. And sometimes I don't get any activity zones because I'm not doing it fast enough. It's okay, but it's not great. And I don't get excited to get on the elliptical. I mean, I will do it. I will do it. And it's better than, I'm not going to run, heaven forbid. That'd make me puke, and it would, and at my weight and age, it would hurt my knees. But so it's better than running, but it's not as much fun as swimming. So I thought, what else could I do? What can I do? And then, I don't know, I watch a lot of YouTube. I started finding some YouTube shorts of some ladies who are really extremely overweight, who started doing weighted hula hoops. And they do it for 30 minutes a day. And some of them have lost over 100 pounds by hula hooping. And they say it's so fun. So I got one. And here we go. It's the weirdest thing, but it has a weight at the end, and it has a track, and you can take off a link as you lose weight, and your waist gets smaller, then you take off links. And you can do it while watching TV. You can do it while listening to music. And I think, you know, how I like to dance around in the swimming pool, I might be able to dance around doing this. And you just swirl, swirl, swirl. Some brands of weighted hula hoops are a little bit on the pricey side, but they have this thing that if you do it for 30 days in a row for 30 minutes or more, and if you don't lose at least 2 inches, which is what one of these links says is 2 inches, then you get your money back. And so I was looking, and I was like, do I really want to spend, 70, 80, 90 bucks on a hula hoop? And then I was looking around on Amazon, and I found this one. And this one had really good ratings. It's on Fit on Form. And I don't know, things change. But on September 1st, 2024, it's on sale, and it's only like 30 bucks. And which isn't expensive at all. Now, they don't have if you've lost, if you do it for 30 days for 30 minutes and you don't lose at least one link, you get your money back. They don't do that game, but you're paying half price for it to begin with, which is kind of nice. And it's a high quality hoop and has lots of 5-star ratings. So Jeff, I had him yesterday create our first ever Anchor Moments Amazon affiliate store. And you can find the link in the description if you are interested. And if you'd want to get this particular hula hoop with me, I'm going to mention it tomorrow when I give myself my Manjaro shot on Manjaro Mondays. I always give myself my type 2 diabetes medication, which also helps lose weight. And I have friends who do Zepbound, which is exactly the same thing as Manjaro, but they don't have type 2 diabetes. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys know that I am starting today. I'm going to do 30 days with this. And I got one for Jeff too. So Jeff and I are going to do 30 minutes every day in September. And we're going to see if it makes a difference and if we lose links. I don't know. But anyway, if you're interested and you want to join us and you got like 30 bucks to spend, because that's how much it is now, you can go ahead and get one and it'll ship to you right away. I don't know. We have an Amazon. I live in the city, so there's an Amazon warehouse close by. So I think we even got ours like the same day that we put it on because we're Amazon Prime members and we got it for free. If you ever shop on our new Anchor Moments Amazon affiliate, I don't know, I get like 1% profit or something back. If there's enough people that do it, then I don't know, I think I get 1%, something like that. It's not a lot. but every little bit counts. So anyway, if anyone wants to do that, and then I'd also talked about baked scoops that I get. I like getting them, the Tostitos baked scoops in 110 calorie bags, and I get those on Amazon. Well, I have that in the Amazon store, so you can find it. So things that I've been talking about for free for months. Some of my favorite things I have in that store. And soon we're going to be needing to do a new weight loss club book because we're getting close to the end of this one. So also let me know in the comments if there's another book you'd like to do with me, and I'll probably put a poll in the community tab. If you go to the front page of my Anchor Moments YouTube channel, there's a community tab, and it's kind of like Facebook where I can like post pictures and different things. Well, I can do polls in there. That's why I chose 1 o'clock on Sundays for me to do this weight loss club, because I have friends who are watching from England, and it's 9 o'clock at night on Sundays that we are able to do this. But I put out there a poll where people could choose what time on Sundays to do our weight loss book club, and 1 o'clock my time worked, which is 9 o'clock in the UK, and 4 o'clock at Eastern. Might change here a little bit. Pretty soon we're going to get fall back or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I'll have a poll out for our next book. We still have some more chapters though. So next Sunday, we'll be doing chapter 19. But anyway, if anyone wants to do this hula hoop challenge with us and see if it's something you like, I will tell you, the first couple of days it was hard, and I would get it like a little bit, and then it wouldn't work, and then I'd have to try to flip the other way, and then but before you know it, man, it worked. And I am telling you, there are videos of women that were 400 pounds or more, and they actually buy like 2 hula hoops because they need extra to go around themselves. But then they lose over 100 pounds just hula hooping, and they're so excited because this was something they could do that wasn't hard, and it wasn't expensive, and they can do it from home. I'm excited because Jeff and I have a van that we have another YouTube channel, Anchor Moments RV, and soon we're going to start going traveling. And this is exercise I'll be able to take in our Anchor Moments RV in our van, and because it's lightweight and doesn't take a lot of space. And I'll be able to do this in parks and stuff by the van, by our picnic table. We can put on some music and just go, or put on headphones and do our thing and be able to get some exercise in. So anyway, but I can't tell you for sure if it totally works until my 30 days gone. But it's fun. It raises my heart rate a little bit. I think I'm going to like it. But you gotta figure out what works for you, what's gonna make you happy, and what's gonna make you healthy in the long run. What's gonna work best for you? And I wish the best for all of you. And anyway, let's read here and see what you guys think, and what you guys think about chapter 18, and if anyone here has had any wins this week to share. Well, Logan's in the house, and he says hi. Hey, Logan. And Candy's here. Hi, Candy. And Lucy says, hi, Gina and Jeff. Lucy and Freya are here. Yay! There's some of my England friends. And Lucy says, I'm so happy it's September. Autumn is my favorite season. Oh my gosh, me too. We're going to be traveling to the Midwest soon. It's going to be my 40th high school reunion. But I'm so excited to see fall leaves again and cool weather and putting on I don't mind going walking if I can wear a jacket. I love it when it's cool. And autumn is just fabulous. And Lucy says, time to eat soup. Yes, and I love soup. And Barb's in the house. Yay! And she said, I made it. Hi, all. Barb, I've been praying for you. Have you had your surgery yet? Please let us know. But Jeff and I have been praying for you every single night. We are just so happy that you're part of our Anchor Moments community, and we hope you're going to feel better after your surgery. And Taylor's in the house. She says, hi, Gina. She gives me the prettiest hearts. They have sparklies on them. You know how I like shiny, sparkly things. Thanks, Taylor. And Taylor says, I'm going to start water aerobics soon. Taylor, you'll love it. It's so fun. And I will tell you, you can do it at any age. When I did water aerobics back in my 30s. When I was in my 30s, I would get in the pool, and I was doing it with women in their 80s and 90s. And sometimes their husbands would join us too. There was a couple of guys that would join our group, and they were pushing 90, but they could do it because the water gives you buoyancy. And for any of my friends out there that have lipedema like me, water is fantastic. Actually, water exercises is the number one exercise you can do with lipedema. And there are some other things that work well with lipedema too, like vibration plates. And I have one of those now, and I love it, love it, love it. It's also in my Anchor Moments Amazon store, so you can see what vibration plate I use. And you stand on it. I'll do a video of how to do it, but oh my gosh, it feels so good on my legs. And I can see that my legs are getting smaller from doing my vibration plate. I got a bouncy thing, a rebounder, and I'm playing with it. I'm not real good at it yet, but it also helps drain your lymphatic system. And swimming, though, is the number one thing. And it has just been so helpful. So anyway, you're going to love, love, love water aerobics, Taylor. It is so fun. So fun and easy to do if you have bad knees. There'd be a lot of ladies who'd come after their knee surgeries, once their scars, heal, then their doctors would let them come back to water aerobics. Oh my gosh, it's just such a good thing. And Taylor said, I hated running in school. I always walked it. I couldn't though, because our PE teacher made us go so far. If we walked, we'd be late to our next class. And it was the first class of the day. In your high school, you want to put your makeup on and have your hair and everything all look good. Man, we had to go running. And it was hot and humid. It was terrible. It was terrible. But yeah, if I walked, I would have missed it. I heard later at my 20-year high school reunion, a couple of friends took me aside and they said, you know why the PE teacher was so nice to you, Gina? He thought maybe you had morning sickness. And that's why he'd let you go home. But I wasn't pregnant. I just had a stomach ache. Running and getting hot like that just, upsets my stomach something fierce. I hate it. Oh gosh. And Anna says, hi, Gina, Jeff, happy blessed Sunday. Hi, Anna. So good to have you on the live. And Anna says, I'm with you, Jeff, introverted, and I like things in order. Jeff really does. And he likes waking up at the same time every day. What's really worked for both of us as a couple with, because it's new waters we're treading now with him starting his retirement July 1st. And he likes scheduled stuff. And man, I used to get up with him at 5:30 in the morning, so that way we could exercise, and he'd listen to the mass, and then he'd get ready for work. And that was really rough. And I kept thinking, I can't wait till he retires and I can sleep in. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, I wouldn't let him wake me up at 5:30. He'd wake up by himself at 5:30, and it's the weekend. And I'd be like, well, go do something else, but don't wake me up. When I wake up naturally, then we can exercise to the mass on Saturdays and Sundays. But it bothered him because, I'd maybe sleep in till 8 or 8:30. And he was, he'd been up since 5:30, and he's like, you're wasting my day. Time's a ticking, And so now that he's retired, he still wants to get up early, and I don't. And he wants to get up at the same time. But the swimming pool in Arizona at 8:00 in the morning, our pool has a little bit of shade. But by 10 o'clock, there is zero shade. It is 100% sunshine. And we've been having 115 degrees or more. This is the second year in a row that we've broken records. And it's been the hottest summer on record this year. And we beat last year's record. And last year was the hottest summer. I mean, it's just like every year is just getting worse and worse and worse. And so you just can't handle that kind of heat, even in the pool, because the pool is like bath water. But not in September. Actually, it was just slightly chilled when I got in this morning, which was great because it cools off at night, even though we're still like 105 in the afternoon. But anyway, I I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning every day so I can go swimming with Jeff at 8. And he really likes that because it's that schedule kind of thing. And so I don't know how we're going to work once it's too cold to swim, but maybe I'll eventually get used to it and I'll get up earlier with him too. I don't know. We'll see. Or I'll just tell him, just go in the other room, read, do something, but let me sleep. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and Deb Zimmerman says, hi, Gina. Hi, Deb. So good to have you in the house. And Donna, hey, Donna's back. And Donna says, hey, pretty lady. Hope you and Jeff are doing well on this lovely Sunday. Oh, thanks so much. Hey, and guess what, you guys? Jeff's birthday's coming up. September 6th is his birthday. So I got to think of something fun to do for him for his birthday. If you have any ideas, let me know. And Mrs. M is watching. She says, watching for about 5 months. Caught live. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad you caught us live too, Mrs. M. And, or Ms. M, I should say Ms. M. And Barb is health at any cost. And she says, please, let's read The Magic Pill. It is magnificent and all about GLP-1s. It really is well researched, and the author on GLP-1s too. I can't read it fast enough. Oh, I didn't even know it existed, Barb. Yeah, let's put that on the list. And there's also one on that James Clear mentions in Atomic Habits. There's the gentleman who wrote a book about how to stop smoking, and it sold, I don't know, like 20 million copies or something. And there are people in our group who stopped smoking from that book, and he has one on emotional eating and how to stop emotional eating. So I want to throw that one on the list too. But I need to add yours as well as his. Barb, when this is on replay, wait, no, I got that here. Let me write that down. That is so good. The Magic Pill. Let's add that to the list. All right. The Magic Pill. Right. We'll do a bunch of these. It's going to be so fun. And one chapter a week. So it's never too hard. For those of us who aren't where we sit and devour a book all at once, and it's a little harder for us to get through a book, one chapter a week is a great way to go. So I want to be able to help out that way, but that would be an awesome book. And when a book is that good, it's worth reading again, just like Atomic Habits. Oh my gosh, I've learned so much more this second time that I've been reading it than I did when I read it back in 2020. Okay, let's see. And Lucy says, I've read the Alan Carr emotional eating book, and it is incredible. Oh, good, Lucy. So you did read it, and it is really good? And she says, I'm listening to a chapter every night on repeat to reinforce the learning I've taken from it. Oh, wow. All right. Alan Carr. That's the guy. That's the guy who did the Stop Smoking, Emotional Eating by Alan Carr. That one we'll put on as well. You know, we could do both of these books. We'll just have to flip a coin or something to see which one we'll do first. Oh, I'm so glad, Lucy, you like that one. I actually just ordered it on Amazon. It should be coming soon to my house. And I'll add that I have a book list on my Amazon, my new Anchor Moments Amazon store. So fun. And I'll put these books on there. So that way, if anyone wants to start reading ahead, you can. Because you know what? When it's a really good book, it's worth reading more than once. And you can read it all the way through, in a weekend if you want to, but then to do a chapter at a time with friends and really devour it and try to squeeze out all the best from it, to really put it in action in our lives and take the pieces that work with our natural strengths and our natural talents. So that way we can really live healthier lives, because that's the goal of this weight loss book club. Okay. And Barb says, I go for the heart catheterization on September 24th. Okay, so there's a little bit yet. I see the cardiologist this week and will learn more. I do not want to stop walking. Off Mounjaro times 10 days before surgery is prescribed. Okay, and Barb, is your health insurance going to let you keep doing Mounjaro? Because that has just been really upsetting to me too. Barb, Health at Any Cost, she's lost 240 pounds. I mean, that's a lot. She is at her goal weight. She looks amazing. Manjaro has been fantastic for her. And then her health insurance is like, oh, well, you're thin now, and your A1C now is good. And you look pretty good other than eating that surgery. And they want to take her off it. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's life-saving and life-changing. She should be allowed to be on that medication forever if she wants to. So anyway, Barb, I hope that that's going to work out. And I've been putting that in my prayers too, that your surgery works out well and that your health insurance will let you continue doing Manjaro, because it's too expensive to do by yourself. By yourself, it's over $1,000 a month at this stage. I'm hoping in the future they lower the price, but good grief, good gravy. And Lucy says, where were we at? Hey, and Lucy did her goal. Last week, Lucy said she wanted to go to the gym twice, and she shared her win. She made it. Yay! She was having a hard time making it to the gym. She was making the payments for a gym and wasn't going. And now she's going. I'm proud of you, Lucy. That's fantastic. And Taylor says that emotional eating book sounds good, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, I'm really looking forward to that one too. And Cindy's in the house. Woo-hoo, we got Taz the Bulldog's mom. And she says, I'm late, but you're still here and we're glad to have you. And Barb says, nope, still fighting insurance. When I work through my Manjaro stock, I will be compounding again. Yeah, it is less when you can buy it at a compounding pharmacy if you have to pay cash. Gosh darn. But there's been problems with that too. At some point, they might not be able to do it because Eli Lilly that makes Manjaro is saying that there's not a shortage anymore. And when there's a shortage, compounding pharmacies can make it and sell it, and they sell it for less. And anyway, we'll see how that goes. But I am praying for you, Barb. And Cindy says, praying for you, Barb. And Barb says, thank you, Taz. And Barb says, Lucy, so proud of you. Yeah, we are so proud of you. Made it to the gym. That's so awesome. And 2 times this week. And Taz's mom says, my win is I lost my 3 pounds and then some this week. Yay, that is great. It's all that packing. Taz's mom is moving across the country. And so she has been packing. And that burns a lot of calories when you're in constant motion like that. And Lucy says, thank you. Oh, you are so welcome, Lucy. And Cindy says, way to go, Lucy. Way to shop for yourself. And Barb says, fantastic, Taz. Yep, you guys are just doing great. And Taz says, yes, the packing is killing. It's a killing one. It is. That's all. You're burning a lot of calories. That Alan Carr guy, he has another book on weight loss too. That's he has the emotional eating one, but he has another one. I can't remember what it's called. We just got it yesterday on Audible, and we wanted to listen to it first to see what it sounded like while I was waiting for my hard copy of the emotional eating. And in the first chapter, he talks about squirrels, like how you never see a fat squirrel, and other animals that live in the forest, they're never chubby because they're constantly moving and they're eating what they're supposed to be eating. They're not overeating, and they're in constant movement. And when we sit too much and have a sedentary lifestyle, that really plays with our metabolism too. And I've mentioned on previous videos that my grandmother lived to be 97, and she was a nervous Nelly. Man, she was in constant motion. She would even make solitaire it could be an Olympic sport, the way she played. She would deal so fast, and she would play solitaire. Oh my gosh. We would go to the mall when I was in high school, and she would just be running. Let's go. And I think, geez, where's the fire, Grandma? Why are you in such a hurry? And then as soon as we get to the house, she'd sit down, she'd pull out cards out of her purse, and then just to play solitaire. She'll have a big rush because her whole life that's just kind of how she ran. She was just always moving. But she was skinny every day of her life. That woman never was overweight, but she was always moving just like a squirrel. So yeah, so packing, oh my gosh, you are burning some crazy amount of calories. Oh, and Ted says, I meant to say show up, not shop. Thank you, Barb. All right. Well, gosh, we've been going for just about an hour now. So I just want to thank everybody who showed up today. If this has been fun for you, please give a like or send some hearts so that way we can get some more people to join our club. And have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you all next Sunday. And I love you all bunches. Bye-bye. Mwah.